Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live for TNS, the new Saints, the champions, the Welsh champions, up against Shkendija, KF Shkendija of Albania. So we've got Wales against Albania in the first round of the Champions League proper qualifying round. First round, first leg, Champions League. We are back. Champions League footy is back. Yeah, proper Champions League footy is back. Listen, you can watch this live on telly as well if you want to watch it with me. LFC fan, it's on S4C. You can watch it on S4C, 164 on Virgin. I think it might be on 134 on Sky? Yeah, it might be 134 on Sky, but it's 164 on Virgin. You can watch it. And it's kicking off in about 20 minutes. And yeah, Champions League footy. Love to see it. All good. Before we get stuck in, I obviously want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. As always, Match Bingo. Match Bingo continuing to sponsor Premier League Dad for all of our lives. If you haven't yet, go and download the app. What are you waiting for? Go and download the app. Go and download the app. Takes you 2 seconds. You can click the link in my description to download the app, and it's a special link, right? Because if you click on that link, you download it. It lets Match Bingo know one thing. First off, I support Premier League Dad, the channel, and I'm going to download your app. That's the first thing it lets them know. The second thing it lets them know is when you deposit £5, it lets them know to give you an extra £10. So it gives you an extra tenner if you deposit £5 in that bank, and you can put, you can get a bingo card for a game like this one. I don't know if they're showing the Match Bingo, the Champions League games on Match Bingo just yet. I don't know. Let me know if someone does have a look. By the way, if you do download the app, go and have a look. But you can download the Match Bingo app. There's up to £250 to be won on every single game. Costs you a couple of quid for a bingo card. You get a bingo card for a game like this one. It's got 15 random events on it that can take place during the game. It might say things like TNS corner, or Shkendija shot on target, or TNS throw-in, or Shkendija free kick, or something. Be them sorts of things. And you get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, prizes for a full house, the same way that you do in a game of bingo. And that's what Match Bingo is. It combines all the fun and excitement of a bet on the football with all the fun and excitement of a game of bingo. And that's what we like about it. They're supporting the channel. They're helping us grow. Go and check them out. Go and show them a bit of love, because they're showing us a bit of love. Go and show them a bit of love and let them know that you're downloading the app and you're supporting the channel. So go and do it if you can, if you will, if you're into that sort of thing, if you like a bet. If you don't like a bet, it's not your thing. Absolutely no problem. You leave it be. It's absolutely no problem. But if you do like a bet, I like a bet. I like a flutter on the football. That's why I to be honest, I thought Match Bingo would be a pretty good fit for us, because we all have a flutter on these games, don't we? We're forever talking about. I mean, we lose a lot of money. We lose a lot of money. Bet365 and all the others have had Sky Bet and all them. They've all had an absolute fortune out of us. So yeah, a fiver on Match Bingo. It's neither here nor there. Help a brother out. Go and help yourself out. 250 quid. Get it. Go and get it. Check it out. Let me know what you're thinking. Right, and with that said, we can get live on everywhere else, obviously, as well. Yeah, let me know what you're thinking for this one. Oi, oi, oi. Kieran, how's you, mate? Oh, I am dreadful. I don't mind telling you. I am dreadful. Yeah, not good at all, mate. I am... Ooh, do you know what? I think I'm short. I think I may be short on... One sec. One sec. I am as well. Hey ho, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I'll live. For whatever reason I don't, then, it's all good. How are we all doing anyway? I'm dreadful. I think I've got Sinusitis. And a horrendous night's kip last night. Kieran might have some good news. Jens Kayuste might be coming back. Ipswich have given him a bid to stay at Ipswich. Interesting. Ben got TNS to win, both teams to score as part of an accurate. See, I've backed Shkendija, mate. Yeah, I've backed Shkendija to get the result in this one. Or at least to get a draw. I've got Shkendija or draw in this one. But yeah, it's just good to have the Champions League back on telly. It's good to have the Champions League back on telly. Champions League football back on telly. That is what we want to see. That's what we're about on here. Amaz football. What game are we watching tonight? We are watching Champions League first round qualifying. There is Champions League. Yes, Champions League first round qualifiers. Champions League starts today. The Champions League, the UEFA Champions League starts today. TNS, the champions of Wales, facing Shkendija, the champions of Albania. So that's what we've got to deal with today. We're watching it live right now. Daz, where's this game from? It's in Wales. Yeah, it's in Wales. It's in it's Oswestry. I think it's Oswestry in Wales. TNS, or the New Saints, as they're called. Kieran, I hope you recover quickly, mate. Oh, yeah, you and me both, mate. Honestly, I'm not... I mean, I am soft. Don't get me wrong. I am definitely soft when it comes to if I'm poorly. Oh, yeah, definitely soft. But I am poorly. I am definitely poorly. Oh, sinusitis is not nice. Jack Raymond, Southampton FC. Southampton maybe coming back up next year, do you think? Possibly. Onyé Elanga to Newcastle, thoughts. I like him loads, but mate, 55 million. I don't know. I think it's a bit too much. Why do you think it's a bit too much? Do you not think 55 million is... That to me seems like the going rate. You know, Elanga... Well, put it this way. And Burmo and Cunha, in a market where Burmo and Cunha are going for 70 million quid, Kudus is going for maybe 60. Madueke is maybe going for 50. I think Elanga at 55 is absolutely bang on the money. I think that's absolutely perfect value. Daz, have you heard the game? It's on ITV Sunday if it's on. Yes, I mean, to be honest, mate, it was always on ITV. Yeah, it was getting Liverpool versus Preston was getting shown on ITV before, obviously, the tragic news about Diogo Jota. So that was always booked in. It's not ITV, you know, trying to capitalise on anything. They have had that booked in for a while. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that. We've got the watch-along booked in. So, yeah, go and check it out. Go and get your notification bell on. Give us a like and a share as well, if you haven't yet. Help a brother out. Honestly, this is the worst game this could have happened on. Because I am so excited for this game. I can't tell you how excited I am for the return of Champions League football. To hear the Champions League music. The Champions League music is being heard again today. Feels like such a long time, even though I know it's only been like 6 to 8 weeks. Jake Gadney, do you want to sign Isak as a Liverpool fan? Yes, absolutely I do, and I think we will, to be honest. Onyé, maybe he'd be worth it, assuming what some players are going for, maybe he's worth it. Yeah, I mean, that's the comparative, isn't it, you know? That is the comparative. You've got Elanga for 55, and you've got, you know, all these other players who are going for maybe a touch more, a touch less, and I think he's about the... You've got to remember, Elanga basically got as many goal contributions in the league as Bruno Fernandes did last year. For me, that's about right. Oku, hello from Finland. Good to see you. How's it going, mate? Sharkyland, opinion on Lucas Chevalier. I mean, there's rumours about Manchester City. Alfie, paying 65 million for Mbermo. He's looking a bit better now after Gittins, Elanga, Pedro, and maybe Madueke. I mean, Gittins was what, 50? Was it 50 for Gittins? Elanga's 55. Madueke, probably about 50. So, So, yeah, and Pedro's not the same type of player, is he? He's a centre-forward. Jake, do you think you overspent for Wirtz? No, I don't think we overspent for Wirtz. I think 100 million quid is about the going rate for maybe the best young number 10 in world football. You know, Wirtz is absolutely in the category of, you know, Bellingham, Musiala. You know, he's certainly, even if you don't think he's number one, he's top three, right? So £100 million is about right. It's about right for a 22-year-old as well, and you know he's doing unbelievable stuff. So yeah, I think it's about right. You know. Dylan, how's it going? Good to see you. Got your message yesterday. Thank you so much. No worries, man. No worries. Listen, you know, you don't have to apologise. Like I said, I don't have to say thank you. Just yeah, message me, man. Anytime you need to. I can imagine it's gonna be a rough few months ahead, but hopefully, you know, sending all the love, all the prayers in the world for you, mate. I really am. Sharky Land, prediction for the PSG Madrid game. I don't mean this nasty, mate. I don't mean this awful. I don't mean this to sound whatever. I genuinely don't give a monkeys. Like, I genuinely don't care. The FIFA Club World Cup has been an absolute disaster for me. I don't think it's been entertaining in the slightest. I'll probably watch the final, but I'm not really that bothered about what. Like, tonight, I'm choosing TNS against Shkendija over Chelsea against Fluminense. I'm not watching Chelsea and Fluminense. We might watch the second half of it. After it's done. But yeah, I'm not doing Chelsea and Fluminense over an actual Champions League game. No chance. Okay, what do you think about Ronaldo didn't go to the funeral? I think it's the right thing. Honestly, I think it's the right thing. Ronaldo talked about not going to... Was it his dad's funeral he didn't go to? He's not gone to family funerals before, Ronaldo, because what happens is when Ronaldo's turning up anywhere, you have journalists like climbing walls and standing on cars and just causing general chaos in the whole town. So it's not nice, and I can understand why he stays away from it a little bit. You know, he can pay his respects in a different way or pay his respects at a different time. Onye, paying 50 million for a backup right winger is criminal. What are Arsenal doing? I don't think he's a backup right winger. I think he plays on the left. Honestly, put it this way, there's absolutely no way that Madueke goes to Arsenal unless he has assurances that he's going to start like a majority of games. Maybe not all games, but he's not going to Arsenal in a World Cup year without an assurance he's starting a lot of games. Locano, Birmingham about to do back-to-back into the Prem. No, I can't see that. United Forever, how's it going? Are you doing the Euros? I'm not doing the Women's Euros right now. No, I'm doing TNS against Shkendija in the Champions League. We're watching Champions League football right now, mate. Sharky Land, I won't lie, Club World Cup, if it was every year, but it's every 4. I think it's the first of a future big tournament. Well, the La Liga president, Tebas, has said that he is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that this tournament does not go ahead again. He is insistent that it will not happen again. Yeah, it will not happen again. The FIFA Club World Cup is not happening according to Tebas. That is his objective. The La Liga president, he thinks it's a waste of time. Dale, evening everyone. Good to see you, Dale. Dylan, Germany won 2-1 against Denmark. Well, Tolga predicted Denmark or draw in that one, so yeah, the coding's not working all that well on this one. LFC fan, is the Liverpool v Preston game definitely going ahead? I heard they might cancel it. I think it is going ahead, yeah. Liverpool were back in training today. It was the players' first day back in training without Jota, so it was always going to be difficult. You know, it was always going to be difficult. And they're going to focus on trying to get fit for the 13th next week against Preston. So, yes, I do think that Liverpool-Preston goes ahead. There was rumours that they were going to cancel it, but I think they've decided they're going to go ahead with it. Sharkyland, we'll see, but as a PSG fan, this PSG Bayern game felt like almost like a Champions League game. Yeah, to be honest, mate, I just feel like it's players are knackered. Obviously, we've seen Musiala getting a huge injury. Just doesn't feel right, does it? Doesn't feel right. Tony played SC Noah moneyline, parlayed with German women, Sweden women, and Chelsea to advance. Thoughts, Premier League dad? Thanks. Well, I mean, Noah won? Did Noah end up winning? We're very near to getting underway here now, by the way. Yeah, Noah beat Buduknost as well, of Montenegro. That's a great result. I had Malmo and I had Kups of Finland. So yeah, Noah, Malmo and Kups have already won. Riga are beating Levadia. That's already going on. And the Conference League, St Joseph's and Clifton Villa 2-2, Floriana and Haverfordwest at 0-0. So yeah, I mean, Germany have won. Sweden women, I think there's a very, very good chance. Is that tomorrow, Sweden women? I think we're doing that one, aren't we? No. Sweden women. Oh, that kicks off at 8 o'clock. Yeah, Poland and Sweden. Yeah, I think you got a good chance with Sweden, actually. Yeah. Chelsea to advance. I think you'll do that, mate. I think you'll do that, Tony. Isaac, opinions on Elanga to Newcastle. I couldn't remember what you said yesterday. I think he's a fantastic player. He got 1 goal contribution less than Bruno Fernandes last year. Top player. And I do think that he's going to be a good signing for Newcastle. Be yourself, Dylan. Sweden v Poland is tonight, 8 PM. Oh, yes. Dodo, what do you think about Sané, mate? I think he's shocking. I think he's finished as a player. He was a great player at City not that long ago. Little bits of him still existed at Bayern, but he's not really been the player we saw at City for many, many years. And I think at Galatasaray he'll continue to go on that downward, steep trajectory. He's not the same player. Yeah, he's in his retirement phase now. No skill, Aaron, are you not watching Chelsea? No, mate, I am watching the Champions League. I'm not watching that absolute duff tournament out in the US where they can't sell seats. I'm not watching that. I am watching TNS against Shkendija. Agon Rushiti, who do you think is winning? I have backed Shkendija or draw. So I've gone for Shkendija or draw in this one. I do think that there's an outside chance. No, I'm going to go Shkendija or draw. Yeah, Shkendija are a team that have competed in the European competitions proper. They have a little bit more of a pedigree, I would argue. Wow, that's a huge goal in the Conference League. Haverfordwest have scored in Malta against Floriana. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Amoun for Haverfordwest has scored in the 27th minute to put them ahead against Floriana. Sweet Lord, that is unbelievable. United forever. All right, Key, are you doing the Poland versus Sweden game? No, mate, I'm not. No, I'm doing the TNS v Shkendija game. That's what I'm doing right now. TNS v Shkendija starts at 7 PM. It's just about to kick off. And the players are about to get us underway. Finners, will you be watching the second half of Chelsea versus Fluminense? I'll see, because I'll be honest, mate, I'm not feeling so hot. I've got sinusitis. So I'm gonna be watching this one. I'll commit to this one, and then I'll see how I feel after this one. If I'm falling to bits, if I'm dying, then I'm calling it a night. I'm calling it a night, and I'll be back tomorrow. Tone, channel you watching? It's on S4C, Tone. Yeah, it's on S4C. Connor, who are them teams? Who are them teams? Who are you, Connor? Who are you, Connor? That's the question. No, I'm messing. It's the Welsh champions, TNS, the new Saints. It's the Welsh champions, TNS, of Oswestry. They are playing the Albanian champions, FK Shkendija. And, it's live in Wales. We are 60 seconds from kickoff. The ref is about to get us underway. Rob Hennessy, the referee. Rob Hennessy, the referee? That doesn't sound like a particularly neutral name, does it? In Wales? Rob Hennessy? Not sure about that. Goodness me. I'm not sure. There'll be calls of all sorts if there's any dodgy decisions given in this one. And do you know what? And there's actually some away support there as well. There's about maybe 10 to 15 Shkendija fans who've obviously made the trip over from Albania for this one. They have got a vocal support in that far corner. And we're off. We're off and underway. The Champions League is back. The Champions League is back again. We are back. And we heard the theme music as well. Tom Peck up the toffees. Connor, come on, mate. I know the season's over, but Jesus Christ. Mate, it's the Champions League. It's the Champions League. It's actual proper club football. Proper club football. This proper competitive club football as well. I'll say that. Ben, not Albania. They're from Macedonia, aren't they? Are they from Macedonia? Do you know what I think it is? I think they are from Macedonia, but I think they've... They're Albanian... Macedonian Albanians, that's where I've got it from. So it is Macedonia, sorry. It's not Albanians. They are Albanian. They were founded by Albanians in Macedonia. That's where I've got it from. Onye, do you think Everton would have been in Europe with Ancelotti as manager and the board would have backed him? Mate, the board did back him. The board did back him. The board gave Ancelotti loads of money. Loads of money. Yeah, Everton spent a fortune with Carlo Ancelotti. And they signed players, for the most part, who weren't very good. Like, you know, I'm not being funny. They signed Ben Godfrey for 25 million. They signed Allen from Napoli for 25 million. They paid big money to get James Rodriguez in. He didn't ever quite work out, to be honest. Yeah, it was always a bit mad. User 9544, Coventry City. What about Coventry City? Right, 1 second. Let me catch up with the chat. Eduardo Brito, vai Corinthians. Jordi Fuentes, let's go New Saints. Yes. Tone some carry on with Johnston and the Brazilian mob. Aiden, hi from Balkan Football. Nice. Not Brett May, hi. Are you the new Mark Goldbridge? I think Mark Goldbridge is the old Kee from Premier League Dad. No, only messing. To be honest, mate, I don't claim to be anything. I tell you something, though. Mark Goldbridge ain't watching TNS and Shkendija. You get volume, you get quantity and quality on this channel. 16 watch-alongs. That sap Goldbridge did last month. I did 60. 4 times the value on this channel. Jordi Fuentes, Everton need to step it up or they're going to get relegated next season. Mate, I totally agree with you. Jordi. I can't understand why they've let so many players go. And the players that for the most part, I mean, they've signed Seamus Coleman again to a new contract. He's broken. They've signed Idrissa Gana Gay, 36 years of age, broken. They've signed Michael Keane to a 1-year contract. Crap. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's gone. Decore's gone. Ashley Young's gone. Ball into the box. TNS. Oh, miles over. You've got to get that on target. Big chance there from TNS. Ball got whipped in from the left-hand side and a lovely opportunity for the number 28, Wilson. Is that James Wilson? That's never James Wilson. I'm not having that. Is that James Wilson? As in ex-Manchester United James Wilson. It might be, you know. It looked like him. It certainly looked like him. Let me just clarify this. No, it's Ben Wilson. It's Ben Wilson. Not Brett May. United will win the FA Cup. I don't think United get anywhere close to the top 6 or 7, to be honest. I think they're still going to be mid-table at best. So maybe a cup run is the best thing for them. I wouldn't put it past them. They've won things in recent years. They've won more than Arsenal have, haven't they? Given this is, United's banter era. They've won more than Arsenal. Geordie, what do you think about the Chelsea game, BTTS? I think the Chelsea game... is probably... I've got Chelsea to qualify. I think that's the obvious one. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, Fluminense have thrown some curveballs out, beating Inter Milan and stuff like that. I still think Chelsea will make it through. Yeah, BTTS is probably not a bad shout. DT Moratti, who will win this game? I have got Shkendija or draw, but the first chance has gone to TNS. TNS pushing forward. Finners Matty, 16 watch-alongs last month. You did that in less than 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, flew through it last month. And the same in May, to be honest. 50 to 60 watch-alongs a month on this channel. Quantity and quality. Not Brett May, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate, but we watch everyone, so I'm not, it's not a Liverpool fan channel. That's kind of why I set the channel up. Because you've got LFC, the Red Men TV, and you've got AFTV, and you've got, the United Stand, and Stretford Paddock, and all these, which just become an echo chamber, don't they? They just end up becoming, oh, isn't he great? Yeah, he's great. And everyone just ends up agreeing with each other. Whereas on here, we actually end up having good discussions, proper banter between clubs, and it's good fun. It's good fun. Onye, imagine telling Ancelotti and Hammers in 2017 that in a few years' time they'd both be at Everton. United forever. Honestly, I've had no interest in the Club World Cup. Boring tournament. Haven't watched a game. Be yourself, Dylan says Van Dijk is the best centre-back by far. Matig, least favourite team in the Prem. Least favourite team. Probably Chelsea. Yeah, probably Chelsea. DT Bro, Shkendija is winning this, I hope. I certainly think Shkendija or draw. Yeah, I've backed Shkendija or draw. Eduardo Brito, Fluminense will show the power of Brazilian football today. Thiago Silva may be doing bits again. We'll see. Not Brett May, I've subscribed. Thanks, Brett. Thank you. Or not Brett. Should I call you Brett or not Brett? It's good to have you on the channel either way, though, mate. Thank you. Good to have you about. TNS knocking it long. Again, it's a little bit scrappy in the thirds, to be honest. There's not really been too much in the way of actual, keeping it on the deck and proper football, let's say. It's been pretty scrappy. TNS knocking it long whenever possible. I think, is this a plastic pitch? It looks like a plastic pitch. Finners, are you still with your sponsor as it's not on the screen? Yes, I am. I am still with the sponsor. Yeah, they are sponsoring us, but the sponsor I only really talk about during the game. At the start of the live and maybe around half time or so. Chris Headley, Ilanga to Newcastle. Ilanga to Newcastle's a great signing. ZQXV, hi Key, what number do you think Ilanga will get? I don't know, I couldn't tell you what numbers are available. To be honest, mate, I don't put much stock in numbers and stuff like that. That always doesn't really interest me all that much. Chance for TNS. How have you missed that? Holding on the penalty spot there. Had to get that on target. And I don't know if it... Did Gay, the keeper, get a touch on it? Don't think he did, Got cleared away by Shkendija. Comes out to the edge of the box. Falls on the penalty spot. And it goes behind. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner. Some of the... Shkendija players, if fact, let's have a look. Let's have a little look at the old Shkendija players, because we might be doing the return leg of this one, by the way, at the Ecolog Arena in Macedonia. So we might be doing the return leg in this one. Ball into the box. TNS again pushing high. It's a lot of head tennis in the penalty area. Comes out to the edge of the box. TNS have got Shkendija penned in here. Good ball in. Nah, it's cleared away. That's not, yeah. That's not good enough. Jordi Fuentes, Gyökeres to Arsenal is very interesting. It is interesting, but I've been quite vocal on this channel, Jordi, about Gyökeres and how I actually think he's... And I don't think it's like, you know, I'm not being controversial for the sake of controversial. I just don't think he's a very good player for 70 million quid. Honestly, I think he's pretty average. You know, I don't think he'll come to the Prem and be like a massive flop. He'll probably come over and get 10, 12 goals maybe, or maybe 10, 12, 15 goals. He ain't going to be like a Haaland or an Isak or a Salah. He's not the guy that takes Arsenal from like third, second to top. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's his record in Portugal is comparable to like Bas Dost and Islam Slimani and you know, Jonas, who used to be at Benfica, even Hulk. To a degree, he's got a very, very good record in the Premier League, but you do have to remember that beyond Porto, Sporting, Benfica, maybe Braga, it's a very limited bunch. You know, it's basically League 2 standard, League 1 standard in the Premier League. Like I said, Jose Fonte is 41 years of age. You might remember Jose Fonte used to play for Palace as far back as 2007 in the Premier League. 18 years ago, Jose Fonte was playing in the Premier League. He's now 41. He's still playing in the Premier League. Played nearly 30 games last year for Casa Pia, who finished 9th. And that's the standard of defender that Viktor Gyökeres is scoring 3-4 a game against. You know, that's why. It's no surprise he gets loads and loads of chances. You know, people talk about his record in the national team for Sweden. For Sweden, he's got 15 goals in 26. But 12 of them 15 are against Azerbaijan, Estonia, and Iceland. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, it's you've got to just apply context to it, I think. Kieran, did you know that there's a player playing for TNS? He used to play for Liverpool under 18s, 19s and 21s. Dominic Corness. Yeah, I do know Dominic Corness, yeah. I thought that looked familiar, that name, to be honest. Dale, any idea why a club as massive as Bayern Munich have got company in charge? I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know why they've got him in charge. I guess just because there's often teams just picking up managers who are young, and that's kind of the flavour of the month, isn't it? Unknown FRX, I don't want Diaz to leave. I think Diaz is going to go. I think Diaz does go. Mohit Chowdhury, who do you think will win this match, bro? Your prediction? I think it'll be Shkendija or draw. So I've gone for Shkendija double chance. Yeah, that's quite good value. Nostalgia Bunker, I think we're going to see the mask celebration loads next season and rivals' drywalls are in danger. We shall see. So I just don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I say, if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up. I've been wrong before. It does happen. Corner to Shkendija. Cleared away. It's going to be a throw-in. Unknown FRX, are you a fan of Hugo Ekitike? I don't know from a fan. He's all right. He's all right. I think if Liverpool do end up signing him, then I can live with it. But I'd probably, if they said, if it was totally up to me, if Arne Slot wasn't Liverpool manager and I was, I'd keep Darwin Núñez before I went and got Hugo Ekitike. That would be my opinion. That would be my decision. But I can understand why. Maybe he wants to go and have a look. Maybe Ekitike's ticking all the boxes and whatever. What do I know? I like him. I watched a lot of Ekitike with Frankfurt last season. And I thought he was brilliant with Marmoush. I thought he was exceptional after Marmoush as well. But he's physically, I'm a little bit concerned with him. That's the only thing I would say with Ekitike. I think physically he could be a little bit slight for the Premier League. Jordy, what do you think about Real Madrid v PSG? I think Real Madrid are qualifying. I would say Real Madrid probably do qualify, yeah. Chance for Shkendija, good save. First shot on target there. Very, very good save from the Welsh keeper. Good shot from distance. And we've had our first shot on target. It is a plastic pitch, by the way. This is AstroTurf that the players are playing on. Because you can see when the players are shooting, those little black... Do you know those little black, like, rubber balls that you always find in your shoes when you come home from playing on AstroTurf? You can see them, like, scattering in the air when they shoot. Floriana have equalised against Haverfordwest. Another Welsh team doing quite well away from home, to be fair. It's got to be said, Haverfordwest against Floriana. Unknown, Isak is one of the best strikers. I love watching him play, such a quality player. Yeah, he's a good player. I like Isak too, but the problem is, he's going to have to push. He's going to have to push to get out of Newcastle. That's the problem. The only way he gets out of Newcastle is if he pushes. That's it. Anything less, he probably doesn't get game time, or he doesn't get the chance. It's going to be a foul. Oh no, the refs let it go. Shkendija pick it up here. Big chance, must be. Oh, good header, just over the bar. And you can tell he's gutted there. Oh, really, really should, really should have got this one. It was a lovely little ball floated into the far post. And the number 77, the left winger, just darted in, got in front of the fullback. Lovely little header, just over the bar. Unlucky. Good start from Shkendija. 3-star Reds, evening everyone. What channel is this game being shown on, please? It's on S4C. Yeah, it's on S4C. You can watch it on Virgin 164. Ryan, you ready for the Chelsea game? Be honest, mate, I'm not watching the Chelsea game. I'm watching this game. I'm watching the New Saints against Shkendija in the Champions League. A proper game of football. Proper club football. That's what we're watching. Unknown, how much do you think he's worth? Everyone's saying 150. No, I don't think he goes for 150. To be honest, mate, I think if Isak pushes, we could get him for maybe 120. If Isak doesn't push, we probably don't get him. That's the reality. The grim reality is he doesn't come if Liverpool don't push, or if he doesn't push. If he pushes the club and maybe puts a transfer request in, then Newcastle have to sell. And if Newcastle have to sell, then they can't ask for 150 because he's not worth 150 in that market. Ryan, do you think Chelsea will win? I think Chelsea will qualify, not win, but I think you'll qualify. I've got Chelsea to qualify, and both teams to be carded. Good ball over the top, TNS. It's a lovely bit of play that. Shot from distance, and the keeper gets hold of it. It's not been a bad start, this one. It's not been a bad start. I was maybe expecting a touch better. But it's all good. Liam Delap is always known to get cards. Ball being passed around at the back here by TNS. Just kind of happy to get it clear, to be honest. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul to TNS. It's getting a little bit bitty in that midfield. A little bit bitty, a little bit scrappy. And that's the first yellow card of the game for Shkendija as well. And the captain it is. Cake, number 5. Absolutely sliced him down. Cake, the captain. Cake, sliced. I make myself laugh if nothing else. Klisman Cake. Sounds lovely. Oh, for God's sake, what's going on? What's going on with my camera again? There you go, that's better. That's better. Is it? Oh, come on. We'll try again. Jordan Harris, hello mate, good to see you Jordan, how's it going? Gerardo, love the Juve top in the back. Cheers Gerardo, how's it going man? Good to see you. You're not looking forward to next season, Jordan. Why are you not looking forward to it? So I think you'll do better than you did last season. I've got to say, mate, I'm a Liverpool fan. I think you'll do better than you did last season. I don't think you'll do massively better, mind. Yeah, no, I know. I can tell you're a United fan, you see, with the profile picture, but I think you'll do a little bit better. I don't think you'll be champion. You won't be like in the top 6 or anything like that, but I think you'll do better than 15th or wherever you finished last season. You know, I think you'll do a little bit better than that. It's just whether or not that's good enough for, you know, Manchester United, and whether or not Amorim keeps his job. Here, Eddie. Hi, Kieran. Good to see you, man. How's it going? Jordan Harris think we will be 8th. 8th? Yeah. I can't see being 8th. I reckon I could name at least 8 teams that would finish above United. Is Cunha a good signing? Yeah, I think he is a good signing. It's just whether or not his temperament is right. That's the only real thing that holds Cunha back. You know, he's a good player, but he's had issues, hasn't he? He has had issues. 3-star Reds, thanks mate, all sorted now. Got the sound turned down as it's all in Welsh. At the end of the day, though, when players pass the ball, that's the only language you need while watching football. Exactly. To be honest, mate, I listened to the Champions League music being played at the start, and then that was it. I wasn't bothered about the rest of it. So, yeah. But yes, sorry, Jordan, yes, I do think Cunha is a good signing, and I think he'll prove to be a good signing. I'm just maybe unsure as to whether or not he's like a transformative signing. I don't know if he makes a massive difference to Man United. Don't think we will get Mbeumo. Yeah, it's looking like you will. I still think you will. 65 million quid, I think the next bid. There's rumours that Mbeumo is getting very frustrated by it though, and it wouldn't surprise me if, you know, other teams come in and swoop, you know. So yeah, we'll see. Heel Eddie, do you know who this is? Yes, of course I do. Lewis, who do you support, mate? I'm a Liverpool fan. Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. But I'm watching TNS and Shkendija. That's what we do on this channel. We watch games of football live every day from around the world. You know, that's what we do. So, yeah. I used to go football games pretty much every week. Can't go them anymore, so now I watch them with you guys. That's what the channel's about. We watch games of football every single day. Live watch-alongs every single day from leagues all around the world. And this is the first day we've got Champions League football. Champions League football back on our screens. That's huge. It's lovely stuff. Jordan, R.I.P. Jota from a United fan. Love to see it. Love to see it. It's nice. It's nice how the football communities come together on the whole. I mean, as you'd expect, because you know, I'm a firm believer that the world is more. It's more nice people than shitbags. There's definitely some shitbags, but there's a lot more nice people around when you really get to the nitty gritty. Yeah, and it's nice how everyone's come together. Fires Anthony Elanga fee feels crazy. Why? Why does it feel crazy? We talked about this before. Someone else came in and said this earlier. I don't understand why people think it's crazy. 70 million for Cunha, 70 million for Mbermo, 55 for Gittins, 55 for Madueke, or 50 for Madueke. 55 for Elanga seems like eminently reasonable and fair. Yeah, he got one goal contribution less than Bruno Fernandes last season. He's 23. Like, he's 23. He's absolutely unreal. It's not 62.5, it's 55. It's 55. It's 52, actually. It's 52. It wasn't 62.5 for Cunha. It wasn't 62.5. There was an increased fee because they had to pay it off in one go. The instalments was slightly different. Yeah, because they wanted to pay it over a longer period of time. Wolves commanded a bigger fee, so United are going to have to pay more. But like I said, I think 55 for a 23-year-old player that got, like I said, one goal contribution less than Bruno Fernandes last season. Entirely reasonable, I think. Very good player. Very, very good player. Right, we've got a little water break here now. 3-star Reds, latest on the Elanga replacement. Forest talks ongoing apparently about signing Johan Bakayoko. Mr. Marinakis interested in Jack Grealish as well. Well, I've got to say, I think Bakayoko's not a Premier League player. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I've watched a lot of Bakayoko, and I wouldn't say he's a Premier League player, personally. Fires, then let's talk about Garnacho. Should be 80 then. How should he be How should Garnacho be 80? In what world should Garnacho be 80? Mate, come on, Fires. You're definitely a United fan, aren't you? With nonsense like that. Garnacho got 9 goals and assists last season for Man United. He got 11 goals and assists the year before, right? So he's got 20 goals and assists in the last 2 years combined, right? 20 goals and assists in the last 2 years combined. In the exact same number of games, Elanga has 31. So Elanga has more than 50% better goal contributions than Garnacho. And he's arguably in a, maybe not a worse team, but a team that attacks less. He's in a team where he sees less of the ball than Garnacho does. I reckon if we had a look, Garnacho would have had more touches than Elanga. But Elanga's output is 50% better than Garnacho's, if not more. So yeah, so Garnacho for 80 million, you are having a laugh. You are having a laugh. Garnacho is closer to the Madueke fee. For me, Madueke should be about 50. Garnacho should be about 50. They're about right. Kieran Baines, Cork City have scored against Celtic 1-1. Okay. Lewis C. Garnacho was garbage, pal. Right, we're into the last... we're into 30 minutes here. 30 minutes. Into the first half. TNS flick on. There's a chance here if they get the ball forward quickly. Good little tackle by Shkendija in midfield. Honestly, the ball has spent, I would argue, the ball has been mostly in that midfield around sort of the halfway line. It's Shkendija winning it back. They try and counter-attack. TNS get a foot in, win the ball back. Shkendija get a foot in, they win it back. It's not really been all that good in this game. It's been pretty poor quality. We've not seen an awful lot of actual football on the deck, and in part that might be because of the pitch, the quality of the pitch. Who is the best player in every position this season? Oh God, that's a big question. It's a very big question. We'll come back to that one. Lewis C, do you ever find it difficult to find a game to watch, given you watch every day? Honestly, no. I've only been doing it 6 months, but you can watch games of football pretty much every day, even like Christmas Day, to be honest. Maybe Christmas Day this year we won't, but there is games of football on year round, and we've watched all sorts, like Latvian League, Norwegian League, Icelandic League, Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, SPL, Championship. There's always something. And you'd be surprised, it's nearly always on kind of mainstream terrestrial TV as well. Like this is totally free. Under the floodlights, I'm loving that Chelsea lineup. Palmer and Kunku, left wing, Neto, right wing, and João Pedro up top. Okay, be interesting to see. 3-star Reds, glad I missed the Champions League anthem. It would have broke my heart to hear it after how close we were to hearing it played at the City ground. Listen, maybe that your time will come again, mate. I'm sure it will. Your time will come again. TNS down the left-hand side. Good little play, that. Ball into the box. Too easy for the keeper. Ethan, today I nearly had a full-on mental breakdown. Sweet Lord, Ethan. Why? What happened? Talk to me. Lewis, under the floodlights apart from Nkunku, it's good. Nkunku finished as Chelsea's second top scorer last season. So is there an argument that maybe Nkunku is... does he get maybe a little bit of harsh treatment from Chelsea fans, from football fans in general? Yeah, he was the second top scorer last year. Kieran, I hope after this live you have a chilled and relaxed night. To be honest, mate, I'll just be going to bed. Honestly, I am absolutely shattered. I'll be taking some Lemsips, cold and flu, and just getting in bed. If I could have done, I'd have probably give this game a miss, and I'd have just watched it rather than be on camera, because I'm doing the whole setup and stuff. It's hard, and I don't look great. I don't feel great. I'm probably not performing at my absolute best. But yeah, it's all good. Opinions on João Pedro? I just think he's like another Kai Havertz, like another signing that is, he can link play up and, he'll do all right for Chelsea, but I don't think he takes him to a title. He's not a player that gets him from here to here, do you know what I mean? He's just another contributory signing. Ben Key, send me that email address. I will do. To be honest, Gemma's got it. Gemma's got it. I'll send it you, but Gemma has got it. She worked with her before I did. Or she worked with her more recently. She was doing it last year. So she'll definitely have it. But I'll find it. I will find it. Fayaz, João Pedro plays similar to Nkunku, doesn't he? Not really, no. Nkunku's a little bit more... He can play a little bit more wide. João Pedro tends to... I don't think João Pedro is that good at playing wide. I think he is better central. Or as maybe a number 10. But I don't think he's a wide player. I don't think he's quick enough. Not quick enough to be a wide player. Ethan, some mates taking the piss because I follow an older woman who does the blue and white page. What's the blue and white page? What's the blue and white page? Is that OF? Is that a fancy schmancy way of saying OF? Yeah, but to be honest, mate, I wouldn't take no notice. I wouldn't take no notice. Christ, there's an amazing number of like quote unquote, I guess you'd say like normal accounts as well. Like there's obviously the bots and stuff, but you can go on. There's a load of accounts on Twitter, X, whatever, that are like literally like they don't even really promote that they've got the blue and white page. There was a girl on there. I swear to God, I'm not even. This is God's honest truth, and I know what you're gonna say, but genuinely, listen, married man, right? But there was a girl on there who she talks football, and I'm not talking like Astrid Wet talks football. I'm talking like she's a proper like journo. She actually gives like insights and it, to be honest, I saw one of her tweets and I was like, oh yeah, sound looks cool, that interesting, like that. And then I went on and there was a little like chili on a thing. You know, oh hang on a minute, I haven't clicked here. So yeah, no mate, it happens. Don't worry. Don't let someone take what just because you followed some old bird who's got OF. Don't let him take the mick out of you for that. 3-star Reds, I really think Chelsea will go out tonight. Marcio, New Saints 2-0. Well, it's Shkendija who've got a chance to put the ball into the box here now. Javier Arab, how's the game going? Does it look like Saints are going to win? No. At this point, I mean, I've backed Shkendija or draw, right? Now, at this point, I'll be honest, there's not really been any meaningful shots on target in the game. We're 37 minutes in. It has been pretty stagnant. It's been a lot of, it's a great chance. Smashed across the face a goal from Shkendija. And, I mean, they just needed to get a tap in at the far post. It's been knocked behind for a corner to the Macedonians. And TNS live to fight another day. But that's probably the best chance of the game we've seen so far. Nearly 38 minutes in. Great little cross in from the left-hand side. Keeper's in no man's land. Kind of lost it in the sun there, I think, the keeper. And the number 9, Ademi, just couldn't quite get his toe on it. And it bounced off the defender and out for a corner. Fayaz, who do I think's better? Oh, João Pedro and Nkunku. Honestly, I would say there's not that much difference. Corner from Shkendija, whipped in, and it's gone over the bar again. Unlucky, really, really unlucky from Shkendija. They are pushing towards the end of this first half. Yeah, I don't think there's that much in it, you know. Mildenhall Town FC fan. Can you shout out Mildenhall Town FC? Huge shout out to Mildenhall Town FC. Alfie, are you watching the Chelsea game today? No. Well, maybe. I'm watching Shkendija against the New Saints in the Champions League. It's the first game in the Champions League today. The first round qualifier, first leg in Wales. The Welsh champions, the New Saints, against Macedonian champions, Shkendija. That's what we're watching. Proper football, what I would consider. Proper, competitive club football. That is what this is. So I'm not watching the Club World Cup. Oh, it might be a penalty. Ooh, he's give a dive, the referee. He's give a dive and a yellow card here now. TNS get into the box And I tell you what, he's not complaining, the guy who's gone down. Is there going to be a VAR on this, by the way? So, the new Saints get into the box. It was a lovely little pass into the channel. I think it was the number 4. It's the ex-Liverpool Academy product, Cornes, who gets into the box, taps it past the defender. The defender leaves a leg out. It looks like a lazy leg, to be honest. And he goes down. It's a bit of a delayed... Oh, that's a dive. I'm sorry, that's a dive. The referee's got that bang on the money, and he's given a yellow card to the player for the dive. You don't want to see that stuff from an ex-Liverpool player. But it's a dive from Cornes, and the VAR, assuming there is a VAR, they've approved the referee's decision anyway. There's definitely not a foul, and definitely not a penalty. Ben need a goal here. Big, what channel is it on? Thanks in advance. It is on S4C. S4C, which is Virgin 164. The score is 0-0. Shkendija. Oh my God, how's that stayed out? How has that stayed out? It's all coming alive. It's all coming alive in the last couple of minutes in this game. I've got to be honest with you. It's flying. It's been a drab opening 35, 40 minutes. And then we've just had a claim for a penalty at the other end. The ref giving a dive. And then Shkendija, lovely ball into the 6-yard box. The keeper flailing, dives out, doesn't get a hand to it. It's a lovely ball in from the number 77, the left winger. And what a piece of defending that is. Under his own crossbar. Under his own crossbar, the defender. Racing back towards his own goal line. Clears it away. Think John Stones. Think John Stones from Manchester City against Liverpool. That sort of a clearance, that from Redmond. The captain of TNS. Absolutely sensational from him at the back. You'll love to see it. The score is 0-0 so far. We're into the last 5 minutes of the half. Kane, how's it going, Kane? Good to see you. Robert Pedro starting against his boyhood club, Fluminense. I didn't know that. Well, I knew he was starting, but I didn't know that was his boyhood club. Right, we've got a player down, just getting a bit of treatment here. Cornes, just having a quick word with his manager there, just to say, I'm sorry, Gaffer, I didn't mean to dive. Kane, my little lad, has just said Dada for the first time. Oh, that's me. That's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. What a lovely day that is then. That's really nice, mate. You remember that for the rest of you. Well, I say that. I don't really remember the first time she said Dada, my little girl. I don't really remember it. But I don't know if that's maybe just me. I can't really remember. I mean, I more remember things like a grabbing my finger and stuff like that. Because we've had loads of stuff since then. So you just all kinds of snowballs from here on in. But it's a lovely moment, mate. I'm really made up for you. That's really nice. That's what life's about. Geordie, how are the lads? How's it going, Geordie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dominic Cornes, you said it. 1, 2, 4. You said it. Yeah, Dominic Cornes diving. 3-star Reds, the way the ref ran over to brandish that yellow card, he really looked like a bloke who's happy in his work. Well, so this, I need to check this, by the way, because the referee in this game is a guy called Rob Hennessy. Now, Rob Hennessy, I could be wrong, but Rob Hennessy doesn't sound like a bloke from, like, Germany or France or Estonia or Poland. He sounds like a bloke from down the road in England. Do you know what I mean? So, I think an English referee in a Champions League game against the Welsh, Welsh and I think the Welsh should have some issues with that. I think the new Saints would say, oh, hey, here we go. He's going to give us nothing, this Englishman. They hate us Welsh. Which isn't true, but that tribalism, that rivalry does still exist. But that's it. But if he's Welsh, if he's actually Welsh, Rob Hennessy, if he is actually Welsh, then how the hell is a Welsh referee managing to ref a Welsh team in a Champions League game. How is that happening? Geordie, are you not watching the Chelsea game? No, mate. I'm prioritising this game. The club football, the most competitive football we have, which is Champions League football. I've no interest really in the Club World Cup. I think it's been a disaster. I think it's, the players are tired. I'll watch it, but I might watch the second half of Chelsea and Fluminense because this one goes off in 45 minutes. So I might watch Chelsea and Fluminense second half, but I want to prioritise this. For me, this is going to be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. He's Irish. Well, then that's not too bad, I guess. That's not too bad. If he's Irish. Kane, reckon this Brazil team beats Chelsea. No, I don't. Well, no, I think Chelsea probably qualify. Yeah, I think Chelsea probably qualify. Killy, can you accept my request? What's your request? What request? I haven't seen you've sent a request. 3-star Reds, look after Mr. Elanga. Geordie, you've got a good player there. Gordon, Isak and Elanga, good front three. I think you'll only have Elanga after this summer, to be honest, mate. I think there's only Elanga you're going to have after this. So I can talk. You can talk. You can talk. Talk away. Talk away, mate. Robert, we've offered Isak the number 9. It's the stuff of dreams. The Newcastle number 9. Yeah, no, I don't think he stays. I really don't think Isak stays. Geordie, all players have rejected, mate. Honestly, well, I was going to say, and Burmo rejected, Gay rejected, Hyson rejected, Xavi Simons rejected Newcastle. You've got Elanga, you're probably going to get Trafford. And Burmo, was a big one. I just feel like they're going to be struggling next season. Killy, no with my voice. No, mate, you can talk in the chat. You can talk in the chat. Peter Dunburn. Cheers, Peter. Nice one for following. Right, we've got 6 minutes of added on time here at the end of the first half. We have had a bit of a delay due to a player getting stretchered off for TNS. Okay, you don't get it, I think, but all good. No, I do get it. I know you want to join, but I can't have you join on TikTok, mate, because I'm live other places. So I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on TikTok, I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube and X and all that, so I can't put you on just TikTok because then everyone else would be mega confused. Geordie, how many rounds will there be in the Champions League qualifiers? There's 3. There's 3 Champions League rounds before the Champions League proper. So, yeah, Celtic are seeded for the 3rd qualifying round. Rangers are in the 2nd qualifying round. Rangers start against Panathinaikos. So we're doing them games. We're doing Rangers against Panathinaikos on the 22nd and the 30th of July. So later this month, we've got Rangers, Panathinaikos, 1st and 2nd leg. This is the 1st qualifying round, and the 3rd qualifying round, obviously that's when Celtic will come in and various other teams who've maybe won leagues with a better European coefficient. TNS coming forward. Good chance. Good save from Gay. Another chance. And it's gone behind for a corner. Great option, that. Haverfordwest have conceded against Floriana in Malta. The Welsh team going behind. They went 1-0 up in Malta. And Floriana have taken the lead. So I was going to do the second leg in that one, actually. I was going to do the second leg in that. TNS whipping the bat. That's an awful corner. That is a properly awful corner, that. Oh my God. I can't tell you how bad that corner kick was. 3-star Reds, Liverpool's Andy Robertson only 10-1 to sign for Forest before the window closes. Really? I'd be very surprised. Be very surprised. Shkendija, can't get hold of it, to be honest. Lou, a lad got paid out and gave me 2 ton in free bets. Nice! Love that! Love that! The real donut window closes in September. Daily reminder that Huddersfield have won more league titles than Tottenham. That's great, that, Lou. That's wonderful, mate. Well done. I knew you was going to get it, though. I knew you was going to get it. There was no way they weren't going to pay out on that. Well, it's been a disappointing first half. We've got about 10-15 seconds left here. TNS have got an opportunity to put a ball in. They've got a corner just before half-time. Lofted to the far post. Comes out to the edge of the area, and it's going to be a free kick to Shkendija, and I think that's going to be us done for half-time. Excuse me. 3-star Reds, Liverpool still up at the top of the betting, no to sign. Isak, Newcastle fans. Honestly, I just think Isak's a certainty. Yeah, I think it's an absolute certainty. Briley, how's it going? Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, I feel so bad. It's because you know Isak isn't coming. Yeah, it could be that. It could be that, or it could be the sinusitis, but I think you're probably right. Bryn, I was at the Aussie 1:30 in the morning. Jesus Christ, how are you feeling, Bryn? Mate, I think I've got it, you know. I think I've got it. I've either got that or sinusitis. It's bad, like really, really bad. I'm literally loaded up on Lemsips. Just trying to make sure I'm, painkillered up. Thoughts on Trent leaving to Madrid for 10 million? Same as it was about 3 months ago when you first asked. Joe, plenty of fluids. Yeah, I've got me water. Got me water. I'm working my way through my water. You know, but still, yeah, still pretty grim. Just need a sleep. You know, you're just dithering. Any new updates? No, mate, no updates. Have you any new updates? More to the point. It'd be nice if you asked a different question when you came in. You seem like an intelligent enough guy. I'm maybe giving you too much credit, but you know, it'd be nice if you came in and asked some other things. I mean, whatever, like, obviously keep coming in and saying that if you want. Bryn, they gave me steroids and antibiotics, mate, because of coughing. Oh, grim. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not really coughing, but I do feel a little bit short of breath. More so than, you know, normal. Won't stop. Bloody hell, Bryn. Well, mate, I'm rooting for you. It's 3-star Reds is the Rona going round again. Take it easy, mate. Get yourself fighting fit again. I don't think I've got it. But you know, my dad's been quite poorly, and obviously Bryn, who's, you know, a top guy, and if you don't follow Bryn, go and follow him. Really, really sound guy. Who comes on the channel occasionally and stuff, and he's been poorly with it, and obviously he's just said he's been in hospital. So, yeah, just flagged that maybe the Rona's going round again or whatever, and some people are getting a bit poorly. I've not tested. I I don't think we've got any tests. Do people even do tests anymore? I've not done a test. I probably won't do a test, to be honest. But I think I've got sinusitis. Maybe it's Rona. I don't know. But it feels, when I did have the Rona, I got Corona twice. I got COVID twice. And it does feel a little bit like that. It feels like, you know, your head's underwater. It's not nice. It's not nice. Right, let me just get the clock back to half time now, because yeah, there you go. Be yourself, Dylan. I'm on tablets now because of what's happened. It's affecting my sleep. Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, I would try and just get through as best you can. It's obviously awful what you're going through, so just manage as best you can. But I would also say, mate, don't use it as not a crutch, but make sure you don't get stuck to them, because they can be very, very addictive if you're not careful. So, you know, don't rely on them to be able to sleep. But for the time being, you know, as and when, go for it. Bryn, I did. Big positive. Johan Barzel, what do you think about the match tonight? Sweden-Poland. I'm not watching Sweden-Poland, Johan. I'm watching the Champions League, the New Saints against Shkendija. It's the UEFA Champions League first qualifying round. So we're watching that. It's half-time right now, so we've got another 45 minutes to go. And then what we'll probably do, just to answer what Lewis has asked there, whether I'll be watching Chelsea later, after this one has gone off, maybe. I'll see how I feel. I do feel a bit funny, to be honest. I might watch the second half of Chelsea Fluminense. Possibly. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But maybe not. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Johan, it's Women's European Championship. Yes, no, I know. I know it's the Women's European Championships. We've done a lot of the Women's European Championships on this channel. I think we've watched pretty much every group game. I think this is maybe the first group game, or maybe the second, actually. I think this is the second group game that we've missed. But I've done watch-alongs on every other Women's European Championship game. But yeah, I'm doing something different tonight. I'm prioritising the club football, the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League. I think it's going to be... well, I was hoping for a better game. It's not so far been a better game, I've got to say. It's been pretty naff. But I think that's probably because of the pitch. The quality of pitch has been shocking. I Saintiol Nuid. That's how you say New Saints in Welsh. Johan, Germany, Denmark earlier today, 2-1. Yeah, no, that was a surprise. There's quite a few people who thought Denmark would maybe take that one. So yeah, Germany getting the win. Interesting. Right, hang on a second, because I've got to try and get this figured out. I've had a couple of big chances. Couple of big chances in this game, but not really anything major. Razine, how are you, mate? Had a great day. Bought the brand new Barca home kit. Feeling happy about it, but I really needed the Milan away kit this season, but it was unavailable. That kit is so good. I'm not feeling so good, Razine. I'm a little bit poorly. Yeah, but otherwise, I'm all good. Good to have you on the channel, mate. I'm glad you got your Barca kit. Glad you're feeling good. MPs voted today on new Clause 3 of the Football Governance Bill. This would have required 10 Premier League games, the League Cup final and the Football League playoff finals, all to be shown live on free-to-air UK TV every single season. So MPs got together today to vote on that. MPs got together today to vote on whether or not there should be 10 Premier League games, the League Cup final, and the Championship or the Football League playoff finals, all to be shown on telly every single season on terrestrial free-to-air telly like BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, those sorts of places. And MPs voted 340 against, with just 86 of them in favour. How ridiculous is that? Absolutely ridiculous. Briley, how long you been ill, mate? Last night I started feeling it. Yeah, last night I started feeling a little bit under the weather while I was doing the game here, and then I got home and I was like, I need to go and get in bed. Got in bed, had the worst night's sleep ever. It was awful. Just dead hot. You know, it was dithering. Like just couldn't not get out. I was wrapped up under the covers, and if I even just put a bit of my leg out or anything like that, I was like freezing. So I kept wrapped up, but under the covers it was like scorching hot, and I was sweating. I was like, oh, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Got up this morning, had a shower, just felt a little bit more with it, and then I've just been taking like Lemsip cold and flu all day. Just trying to make sure that I'm dosed up so I could actually work tonight and do this game. Because I was I genuinely was really looking forward to this game, and I still am. But it's hard when it's yeah, I'm not at my best today. So I apologise. I'm not going to be the most energetic today. Guess what football team I like from the Premier League? They were in the top half of the table. Brighton. Christopher Dinney, how's it going, Christopher? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Hey, we've got Hibs. We got Hibs coming up. We're doing Hibs against Midtjylland on the 24th and the 31st, I think it is. Yeah, I've got them booked in. I've got them scheduled. Doralis Marquez, 1-0 the New Saints. Okay. Still can't see it. I think Shkendija. I think people are sleeping on Shkendija. Shkendija is the one. I think that's the team to back. I've done double chance. Shkendija or draw. Tolga, Fluminense, Chelsea, Maxonu. What are we saying? Tolga. What happened to Denmark and Germany? What happened to Denmark and Germany? Chelsea cannot win. Chelsea cannot win in the Fluminense game. Well, that's what Tolga's saying. Razine, just curious, why are you doing the Shelbourne versus Linfield game instead of the Real Madrid versus PSG one, both happening at the same time? So I was just wondering if there's a reason or some issue. Yeah, the reason is, mate, is I think that that the Club World Cup is not a particularly interesting tournament. I think it's a pre-season tournament. I don't think it's competitive. I think the players are all tired. I don't think they're producing their best stuff. And also, by the way, I think it's really, really low, like, watching figures as well. Like, if you look at, obviously, the attendance in the stadium, if you look at the actual crowds in the stadium, there's hardly anyone going to watch the game. There's hardly anyone going to watch the game. It's been a commercial flop on like DAZN and Channel 5. There's been loads of people who just haven't bothered watching it. The viewing figures are like through the floor. And it's kind of the same here on YouTube. I've got to be really honest with you, mate. Like, now I'm not doing these for views per se. I will choose the games that I want to watch. And I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in the Club World Cup even before it started. But it does make a little bit of sense that when we do a Club World Cup game, like, honestly, I think we did Real Madrid the other day and we got like 240 views on the full game. I watched the game for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we got about 250 people viewing it. And then I can do, I can do a UEFA Women's Euros game, or I can do a game like this one, and it'll clear 1,000 easily. It gets 4-5 times the views as an absolute minimum. So even if I just look at it from like a pure channel point of view, the Club World Cup is a disaster. It might, like, the people, you guys, all of the analytics, all of the data is telling me that you don't want to watch the Club World Cup. So I'm not going to watch it. If I keep watching Club World Cup games, the channel will get low views. Now, that's not the reason I'm doing it, but I've got to listen to it, haven't I? I've got to listen to that. Watership Jota, I don't see the point in João Pedro unless you're playing as a false 9. I would agree, yeah. SMP3, are you watching Chelsea versus Fluminense? No, I'm not watching Chelsea versus Fluminense. I am watching Shkendija against TNS in the Champions League. John Butlin, my dad said Arsenal are winning the quadruple. John, your dad is, I think he might need some attention. He might need looking at. SMP3, I think the Club World Cup is wasting player stamina. It's just not really a good tournament. Like I said, even if you just look at it from the basis of they're just not performing. They're just not performing. A lot of the teams, a lot of players are getting injured. Pep Guardiola and various other coaches have said it's an absolute disaster. They're, Javier Tebas, the La Liga president, has said it'll be the last time the tournament is on. 3-Star Reds, Club World Cup final, may be worth a watch. Yeah, listen, I probably will watch the Club World Cup final. But like I said, just from a purely practical point of view, the lives that we do watching the Women's Euros, watching friendlies, watching Champions League games, watching whatever, the Women's Euros and even the under-19s, under-21s and under-19s Euros, even those were massively more popular than any of the Club World Cup games. I think the most popular Club World Cup game we have done was about 600 views, which is shocking on this channel, by the way, when the average is about 2,000. The average number of views per live we're getting at the minute is about maybe 1,500 to 2,500. I mean, we did one the other day, Rangers, which got nearly 10,000. We've had Oldham and Southend, which was about 8,000. We've had a few, and that's just on Rangers, by the way. That's not on. That's just on YouTube, by the way. That's not on TikTok and X and all the other places. That's just on YouTube. But as far as I'm concerned, the audiences are telling me that they're not interested in the Club World Cup, and I'm not really interested in the Club World Cup. So Long-winded answer, Razine, but that's basically it, mate. Ball floated over to the far side. Shkendija pushing forward. Christopher Dinny, I away. I'll be at the game. I'm going to home Hibs versus Midtjylland. Nice, well done, mate. Watership Jota, I've watched less than an hour of the Club World Cup since it started. I'm not really surprised, mate. It's been dreadful. Reese, did you see Maresca's reaction to that Portuguese reporter? Was that the one where he said we've played 60 games this season, and the guy went, yeah, Fluminense have played 70, and he went, like. SMP3, are you going to watch Liverpool pre-season match on Sunday versus Preston? Yes, I am. If you go to YouTube, you'll see I've got my full schedule up. I've got Liverpool playing against Preston. I've also got Liverpool playing against AC Milan in Hong Kong in a couple of weeks' time. That is scheduled as well. So get over to YouTube, hit the notification bell, get subscribed if you haven't already. We're live for that one. We've also got a number of other pre-season friendlies coming up as well. Everton against Bournemouth in the Premier League Summer Series in the US. That one is underway. What a save from the TNS keeper. Great save. Alex Macklin, how are things, bro? Terrible, mate. I've got either COVID or sinusitis. I'm not sure. I'm dosed up on Lemsips, just making sure I'm all good. SMP3, is it possible the World Cup gets moved to the winter because of the heat in the USA? No, mate, not now. Not now, it's all done. Wellington, Hemingway, Masco Larico. Last goal, Shkendija. I won my bet. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I think Shkendija will get I think they'll get at least a draw. Sumic, isn't the game showing on TV? Yes, it is. Yeah, it is showing on TV. I'm watching it on TV right now. It's on. You're watching actual Champions League football, proper Champions League football, for free. For free! Champions League football right now. Club competitive Champions League football. You can't get better than that. S4C it's on, Sumic. S4C. It'll cost you a follow, that. Give us a follow. Flu season around. I don't know if it is flu, mate. I've no idea if it's flu, if it's... I mean, poor Bryn, who was in there the other day, in the chat the other day, he's been in a hospital with COVID, the poor guy. So I don't know. It might be COVID, it might be flu, it might be sinusitis. That's what my missus thinks I've got. Because everyone's been poorly around ours, recently. My dad's been poorly, my little girl's been poorly. It's grim. Reese, they're trying to put a bill through in the UK to put 10 games on free to watch TV. Apart, no, we've just been talking about that, mate. They voted against it. 346 MPs voted against it, and 87, I think it was, voted for it. So it's been rejected overwhelmingly. Chris, I'll be here for Hibs away games, but I'm going to the home game. Nice. It's a free kick here for TNS just outside the area. Krasnicki flew into TNS there. Reese, well, there's a surprise. I know, yeah. There's no money in free, is there? There's no money in free. Get them paying for it. That's what they'll be saying. Get them paying for it. Bill against free to air. Yeah. They're losing money on the TV licenses. Typical MPs. Rat bags. Rat bags. There's nothing more to be said about it. It's this time of year, innit? Do you think? Could be. Reese, they'll be putting the World Cup and the Euros on Sky soon. Watch. No, I think they still will show the World Cup and the Euros on terrestrial TV. Yeah, I think they'll probably still do that. But I know where you're coming from. SMP3, what's the time zone in the World Cup? It's 5 to 7 hours behind. 5 to 7 hours behind. So they'll be doing kickoffs as early as maybe. I think last time they did it, it was maybe like an 11 a.m. kickoff over there, which meant it was a 4 p.m. kickoff over here, and then they do another one at about 3, which was like an 8 p.m. kickoff, and then they'd do another one at, say, 6, which is like an 11 p.m. kickoff over here. So yeah, you'll probably get games going in the UK, I would imagine. I mean, they might be early hours in the morning, but I think they'll probably try and schedule it so that it's more flexible for European audiences, because that's what they try to capture. So from a marketing point of view, they'll end up playing games in the morning over there at like 11 a.m. It'll be like an 11 a.m. game, which is the equivalent to a 4 p.m. UK kickoff. SMP3, hope some of the matches don't come in school times. No, they won't be. They'll definitely not be in school times. That's one thing I absolutely can assure you. There's no way at all it will be in school times, because when you're finishing school at like 3 p.m, I'm guessing, 3 p.m. finish, it's 10 a.m. in the US, or maybe even 8 a.m. in the US, depending on where in the US. But like 10 or 8 a.m, they're not kicking games off then. The games will be kicked off at least an hour later. Reese, I cannot wait for World Cup games every day for a month at least. Let's hope so. I'm looking forward to it anyway. 3-star Reds, what do you reckon to Wayne Rooney presenting Match of the Day next season? 800k he's got for that. £800,000 for a 2-year contract presenting Match of the Day. And I honestly think they could have walked down the high street in Manchester, somewhere posh like Altrincham or somewhere like that. They could have walked down the high street on any given day and found an ex-footballer, because all the ex-footballers live around Altrincham and Hale, and all the current footballers live around Altrincham and Hale. You could walk along the high street and you'd bump into a footballer, and they would do a better job than Wayne Rooney, I think. To me, yeah, I don't think he's a particularly insightful or good pundit. Yeah, I don't particularly rate Wayne Rooney as a pundit. Briley, who do you think will win the World Cup? Spain, probably. Yeah, Spain. Christopher Dinney, we've done that one. SMP3, is it true that the tickets are going for £5,000 in the US? World Cup? Can't see it. Can't see it somehow. Joe can't beat any Aluko. No comment. She is the female pundit equivalent of Michael Owen, though, isn't she? She's horrendous. Yeah, she is bad. She is bad. Pedri Lover, wait, what game are you watching? The one that's in the literal caption on the TikTok, mate. Shkendija against TNS in the Champions League. It's a goal kick here for Gay, the Shkendija goalkeeper. I thought that was a mistake. No, absolutely not. Joe, remember what she said about Richarlison? No, what did she say about Richarlison? Pedro Lover, why are you not watching the World Cup? Because I've got a life, mate. Because I've got a life. I'm not sad like you, like South American. I'm only messing. No, I'm watching Champions League football, mate. That's what this is. Champions League football. That's what it's about. I'm not watching no duff Club World Cup. Watch the Club World Cup, Bella. Oh, you've convinced me. You've convinced me there. You've convinced me. 3-star Reds, Lineker was bad enough. Now Rooney, it's never been the same since Jimmy Hill. Get Des Lynam back. Get Des Lynam back. Briley, Spain's a quality shout. Portugal have a chance. Jesus Christ, what's he got there? A fella in the stands there with a gold chain like Ali G. SMT, yes, abuse works. Well, clearly not in this case, Chief, because I'm still watching the Champions League. But evidently not. Maybe that's your experience. Robert, João Pedro scored against his boyhood club. Joe, 19 goals in 40 games equals a goal a game. Oh, God, yeah, I do remember that, actually. Ronaldo's last World Cup, yeah. Messi's probably as well. Messi and Ronaldo. This is better from TNS. Great little play. They get into the area. Laid off to the edge of the box. This is better. Good ball in. Far post chance. Shkendija, good defending. Gets it away. Much, much better. Shkendija on the ropes here now. TNS finally applying a bit of pressure. Joe, if TNS win, do they qualify? No, mate. This is first round. First round of the Champions League. So they've got to win this one. It's a two-legged tie as well. So they've got to beat these in Wales. Or they've got to beat them over 2 legs. In Wales and Macedonia. Then they've got another round after that. Then they've got another round after that. So they've got 3 rounds that they've got to get through. Chance for TNS, off the line. Cleared away, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Oh, TNS, it was Brobble, the number 8, who got a flick on there, and the keeper came out. He's in no man's land, Gay. And Brobble just couldn't quite direct his shot on target. But, yeah, off the line from Shkendija. TNS very nearly 1-0 up. What country is Shkendija from? Macedonia. When do Rangers go in? Rangers go in against Panathinaikos in the second qualifying round. So TNS are in the first. Rangers go in the second. They play Panathinaikos home and away. And then Celtic go in the third qualifying round. Shkendija, unlucky, cleared away. SMP3, are you going to watch Salzburg Champions League qualification match versus Brann? Possibly. I guess it depends. I don't know just yet, mate. I'm going to have to wait and see what are... TNS are in here. Must be. What a save from the keeper. Oh, TNS one-on-one. One-on-one with the keeper. You've got to stick that away. And it's a wonderful save with the feet from Gay, the Shkendija goalkeeper. They've got to do better there. Got to do better. Briley, Calvert-Lewin to Man United. Calvert-Lewin to Man United or Newcastle maybe. Kieran, hope you sleep well tonight. I'm now off. Take it easy, Kieran. Have a nice night, mate. I'll see you maybe tomorrow or on another one. Take it easy, man. Thank you. PSG are winning the Pub World Cup, but I just found out Pedro went to Chelsea. Joe, who's Ronaldo? Already getting told he's better than Hall. 32 years of age, Mozambique, fullback from Atletico Madrid. He isn't better than Hall, but he's a good addition for Sunderland, I'll say that. SMP3, is Luis Diaz going to Bayern? Yes, I think he is. Yeah, Bayern or Barca, but I do think he's going. Briley, if we get him, it gets worse. Apparently, he's kind of a backup option for Manchester United. Apparently, Man United have looked at a number of players, including Vardy, by the way. 39-year-old Jamie Vardy, Callum Wilson, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And all three of those are available, obviously, on a free. And they've been considered by Manchester United as an option if maybe they can't find a suitor for Rasmus Højlund, because that is probably the issue they've got. They can't have... They play with one centre-forward, Man United. So, they've got they've got Rasmus Højlund. They've got Joshua Zirkzee. And it's probably looking likely. I mean, Zirkzee stays, but I think Rasmus Højlund maybe goes if they can get a buyer. And there's no real buyers available for him. So if Rasmus Højlund doesn't go, and they've got Zirkzee, and Chido Obi as well, they've no real need for... They can't... Well, it's not they've no real need. That is not a quality centre-forward line. And they probably do need more, and that's where they could maybe take a chance on someone like Calvert-Lewin or Wilson or Vardy, because it'd be free. And if we're dead honest, those three would probably be Manchester United's best striker, wouldn't they? Any of those three. I firmly believe that Jamie Vardy is better than Rasmus Højlund, and he's better than... or he would score more, maybe. Maybe he's not better, but I think a 39-year-old Jamie Vardy scores more for Manchester United than Rasmus Højlund does. We're looking at Moise Kean. You've not got the money for Moise Kean, mate. You've not got the money. You're not buying Moise Kean, Brian Mbeumo, Mateus Cunha. All these players who United have been linked with. Javi Guerra. There's no way you're getting them. Like, United are skint. They're absolutely skint. Manny Red, will Liverpool go for Gordon if they sell Diaz? Allegedly. Allegedly, we're looking at Rodrigo as well from Real Madrid. Rodrigo and Anthony Gordon is two options for Liverpool. If I'm honest, I actually think we end up playing Wirtz more off the left-hand side, so that replaces Diaz. And we've got Gakpo there as well, so Wirtz, Gakpo, and then I think we probably sell Chiesa, and we need to go out and replace Diaz, Nunes, Chiesa, and sadly Jota as well. So there's probably 2 or 3 attacking players come in at Liverpool. Reece, they need to sort their water feature out first before they sign anyone. Manny Red, if we sell, we can. Guerra is a myth. Moise Kean, 45 mil sell clause till the 17th. If you sell, you can, yeah, but you're nowhere near looking close to selling. Like I said, all the players that you've tried to sell, like Rashford's for sale, nobody wants to buy him. They're only interested in loaning him, maybe. Chance, they're only interested in loaning him. Garnacho, again, massive problems in trying to sell him. You're not going to get anywhere near that valuation. Sancho, same again. Juventus are interested in a loan with an option to buy, or if they are going to buy him, it's going to be for a very, very minimal fee. So there's all these players United do need to try and move on, and it doesn't look like they're going to get Rasmus Højlund, another one. Rasmus Højlund, there's nobody queuing up to sign him. He's on big wages. He came into the club for massive money, 70 odd million. No one's paying anywhere close to that. 3-star Reds. Hope these smaller clubs cash-wise are getting a decent slice of the European pie in these early tournament games. Oh, yeah. Good shot from distance there from TNS. Pushed over the bar by Gay. St. Culture Store. What is the scoreline? Right there, mate. Right there. Briley, Inter Milan. I don't think Inter Milan's going to get Højlund, no. And the reason I say that is because they've just signed Johan Bonney from Parma. They don't need him. They've got Thuram, they've got Lautaro Martinez. There's no interest in Rasmus Højlund from Inter Milan. They've got more than enough. SMP3, can Wirtz play right wing because Salah's missing matches because of the AFCON? He probably could, yeah, but we've got Gakpo, we've got other players, and I think we probably make some more signings before then. Sean Dyche, Tieno, Barry had his medical today for Everton. Signing expected to be announced by Friday. Yeah, it's an important signing that for Everton, depending on whether or not they whether or not they're actually able to pull that one off and get him to be the player that they need him to be, because I think they're putting a lot of eggs in one basket there. Tierno Barry's a big lad. He's a very, very big lad. I love that his last name is Barry. Yeah, he's massive. He's absolutely massive. And to be honest, I massively rated him last season when I watched him for Villarreal. I've watched him before that for Bâle. He's a good player, but he's also capable of being one of them players that can't hit a barn door with a banjo. Like, there's a little bit of the Nias about him. And if you watched him in the under-21 championships for France, he was dreadful. And I mean dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Shamrock Jerry, Shamrock Rovers. Hello from the Irish Republic. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, man. We're doing some of the Irish games in the next couple of weeks. Doing, obviously, Shelbourne and Linfield coming up. We've got St Patrick's coming up as well. Cliftonville played today. I don't know if we're doing the second leg of Cliftonville. Guess we'll see. Sean Dyche can't score a goal to save his life. Sounds like every striker we've had for 4 years. I think David Moyes just looked at him as someone who can be big and hold the ball up, and he can get them up the pitch, and I think that's more important for Moyes than necessarily being an out and out goal scorer. He's got a little bit of pace, but not a lot. Like, he's not going to be someone who you can have him racing in behind, but he's got the frame of a Premier League centre forward for sure. Big lad. But it could go one of two ways. I think he could end up being. He could end up being Nias. Or he could end up being maybe Jackson Martinez. And Jackson Martinez, funnily enough, that is who he replaced at Villarreal, isn't it? That they signed Tierno Barry to replace Jackson Martinez. So, it might end up being that is exactly what he ends up being. Like, I don't think he's going to be a world beater for Everton. I don't think he's going to be Lukaku. He's a completely different type of player. But I am kind of rooting for him, because I was saying, even as an Everton, even if he's playing for Everton, I'm a Liverpool fan. I really, really did root for him last season, and I said, I'm really hoping somebody takes a chance on Tierno Barry. Jarky, you alright? What's the score between Poland and Sweden if you're watching? I'm not watching it, mate. No, I'm not watching that one. I'm watching the New Saints against Shkendija in the UEFA Champions League, first qualifying round. The Champions League is back today, so that's what we're watching. SMP3, so glad that Leeds is back up. Christopher Dinney, I hope Hibs make some more signings. Reese Deeney said Arsenal and Liverpool are throwing money about signing Wirtz and Victor for no point. Victor Gyökeres is shocking. Yeah, Killy, if you ask the question in writing, yes, you can. Richie Snell, Everton are poo. Should I bet that Wirtz will score in his debut versus Bournemouth? No, I don't think so. Hunter, thoughts on Sunderland signings? They're looking very impressive. Sissiko Kabuti from Kenya. How's it going? Good to see you, Sissiko. Briley, hope you recover soon, bro. Cheers, Briley. Thanks, mate. Thanks very much. Sean, we're on an upwards trajectory with some of the signings we're trying to make, so this could be a big window. But you need bodies, don't you? You need bodies, This is the thing with Everton. You're so short on numbers. Obviously, Decore going, Harrison going, Mangala going. Very nearly. Yeah, Ashley Young's gone. Just feels like loads of players have gone out of the club, and it feels like numbers-wise you've been. I know you've retained Michael Keane and you've retained Garner Gay, but that's a bit underwhelming, isn't it? Garner Gay is 36. Michael Keane's no great shake. Jack Harrison, mate, you're dead right there. Jack Harrison, £7 million. That's the worst thing Everton could be doing, that is going buying Jack Harrison. He's been dreadful for years. You shouldn't be getting him again for the 3rd year running. But, yeah. Again, it's just, to me, and I think that's what reinforces people thinking that Everton are going to be, you know, circling the drain again towards the end of the year. It's the fact that you've kind of reduced all these players and you've not really got any money in. You know, I thought you might sell Branthwaite and that might actually give you some cash to go and plough that back into the squad, but no, it's looking the opposite, isn't it? So, you know, Tierno Barry for 27 million, I imagine that's going to be your star signing. And I can't imagine that's transformative. One term. I don't know what that means. Jar, how can I watch this game? It's on S4C, mate. Chance for... Oh, they're in. It's off the line. Shkendija. That's the 2nd time in the last 10 minutes we've seen the ball cleared off the line. Oh, really unlucky. Really, really unlucky. Shkendija have had one off the line. The New Saints have had one off the line. It's starting to come together, come alive in the last 20 minutes here. The Culture seem we've just signed Elanga and are looking at Wissa as backup to Isak. In what world do you get Johan Wissa to join Newcastle as backup to Isak? You are off your meds. There's absolutely no way he goes from starting at Brentford to sitting on the bench at Newcastle. It just doesn't happen. Sean Dyche hoping we can get a deal over the line for Ndidi from Leicester for 5 million. Great bit of business. Apparently United are after him as well, aren't they? Yeah. That was a lovely little bit of play by Shkendija. It was reminded me a little bit of the Luis Garcia ghost goal for Liverpool against Chelsea in the Champions League, where Gerrard kind of flicked it round the corner. TNS couldn't get anywhere close to it. And Shkendija come forward yet again. I believe Ndidi has actually given preference to us, which is a shock. Well, I mean, he'd be a regular starter at Everton, wouldn't he? So it probably is the right thing. Probably is the right thing. The Culture, Wissa can also play on the wings. We have 4 competitions to play. I know, but you've just signed Elanga. You've got Murphy. You've got Elanga, Murphy, Gordon and Barnes. Isak, Asula. If you sign Wissa, Isak's going. I'm telling you. There's no way you're having... You need 6 players in that front 3. 6 players to cover that front 3. You've got 6 players. There's absolutely no way you sign Wissa and keep Isak. No chance. 3-star Reds, one thing for certain with the move to a new multi-million-pound stadium, relegation fight cannot be an option for Everton, especially if it ends in relegation. Listen, teams always struggle when they go to a new stadium, don't they? So it's very, very possible. Dominic Corness has gone off here for TNS. He's gone. Daniel Williams has gone off as well. And Jordan Marshall has come in. Couple of changes for the Welsh champions. Alex, thank you for the donut, mate. Thank you for that. Kim K. Golf, best centre mid all time. Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard. Ernesto Muchanga, goal, no goal, still 0-0, no goal. Sean, I think we'll have another decent mid-table season, maybe 10th, building blocks for future. I don't, honestly, mate, I just don't, no, I can't see you finishing 10th. And there's no way Everton finish above, well, I think you might stay up. You might stay up. I'm not saying you're probably more likely to stay up than you are to go down. But 10th is very, very ambitious. The squad that Everton have is really, really poor. If you finished 10th, that would be you massively over, punching above your weight, wouldn't it? That would be you punching above your weight. Everton's squad's poor. On paper, it's poor. Even beyond that, it is really poor. Bibek, is anyone going to score this game? Hang on a second, Bibek. Let me just get my old crystal ball out, mate. I'll let you know. It's currently 0-0. Each team has had one cleared off the line in the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There's chances. There's certainly chances for both teams. Sean, I think us getting relegated is a near impossibility. Burnley and Sunderland seem like they're nailed on. Sunderland, not so much. Honestly, Sunderland's squad's better than Everton's at this moment in time. Sunderland's really flying. Yeah, they've at least got pace. They've got bags of pace. Mayenda, they've got Rigg, they've got Ballard, they've got Dan Neil, Isidore up front. They've got some good quality players there who I don't necessarily think they'll definitely stay up, but I think, look, if I was making a combined 11 of Sunderland players and Everton players, I think Sunderland have more. Sean Dyche, Wolves and Brentford losing key players and will struggle. Well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. Yeah, sometimes they don't struggle. Especially when you lose key players. Sometimes that can kind of push teams on. They've only lost Ait Nori and Cunha. They've gone and got Jorgen Strand Larsen permanently. That's a really good signing. Yeah, so, he scored a hatful last season. Our entire back, the keeper, and Dye, McNeil, and Gay. No, mate. No, that's you being biased. That's you being biased. That is you being biased. Pickford, yes. Branthwaite, yes. I think Ballard gets in over Tarkovsky. I'd definitely have Diarra. I'd have Diarra in the midfield. Everton's midfield's all over the place. And Mayenda would walk in Everton's squad. Would absolutely walk in it. Jarky, what are you watching the Champions League on again? S4C, mate. S4C. Diego Arraya, 1 goal. No goal in this yet. Still 0-0. McNeil is criminally underrated. Plays so well for us when he's not injured. I don't disagree with you. Look, I actually quite like Dwight McNeil. The problem is, one, he's so rarely fit, and he is inconsistent, isn't he? He is inconsistent. Cody, what game are you watching? I am watching Shkendija against the New Saints in the Champions League first round, UEFA Champions League first round qualifier. We're into the last 15 minutes of the game here in Wales. The Welsh champions against the Macedonian champions. And, it's currently 0-0, but both teams have had plenty of chances in the last 5-10 minutes. ZQXV, do you think Mbappe will start tomorrow? I don't know. And in the nicest possible way, I don't really care. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I don't think we're doing that game anyway. So, yeah, I don't really mind. Lee, hope you're doing well, mate. How's it going? Brentford contacted former Tottenham head coach Ange Postecoglou. Did they? What, before the appointed, whatever his name is, the set-piece coach? Bibek, where are you watching the game? On S4C, Bibek. Diego Arraya, I'm Chilean and just want 1 goal. Yeah. Yeah, listen, I'd like a goal as well, Diego. I would like a goal as well. Dodo, 1905, which team do you support? I support Liverpool, Dodo. Great ball forward here. Shkendija are in. Good save. Cody, cheers for the follow, mate. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for those that have gone over to YouTube, gone and followed, gone and subscribed. If you're watching on YouTube, do give us a like, give us a follow and subscribe. We are live every single day on this channel. We do live watch-alongs every single day. And we're doing Champions League games and Europa League games all coming up over the next couple of weeks. Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, all of those big games. And by the way, we're also doing the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup as well. that starts. Vuk Adjansky, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Vuk. Sean Dye said, just want to actually win our first match of the season. We haven't in like 4 years. Away versus Leeds is winnable. I think that might dictate how Everton actually do for the rest of the season, you know. I'm intrigued. I kind of hope you get underway. You know, you do all right in the game against... is it Brighton? You've got the first game at Bramley Moor. It'd be nice for you to get kind of underway with a win. First game at the stadium. Kevin Odero, sad no single goal. No goal just yet. No goal just yet. Still 0-0. We're into the last 10 minutes here. In Wales, in Oswestry. I want a good bit of form before we travel to Anfield. Game week 5. I know, early one that, isn't it? Very, very early derby. That's got to be the earliest derby we've had in years, that, isn't it? Can't remember us ever playing you that early. We play United as well. Liverpool play United and Everton in the opening 5 games. It's mad. Big, that's a fast start to the season. I like it. It'll be good fun. I reckon we steal a point at Anfield. Possibly. I mean, you've always raised your game in that one. The problem for Everton has been in the other games, hasn't it? It's been the kind of the teams down the lower end of the table. I think David Moyes, I don't think he's a Everton manager by the end of the season. I think you move him on. ZQXV, are we at home second match or are we at Anfield? I couldn't tell you. Not sure off the top of my head. Shkendija coming forward down the right-hand side here. Big chance. It's 3-on-2 if they get this right. Very heavy touch. Can he get the ball into the box here now? No. Cleared away. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul. TNS free kick. Sean Dyche, we always play well in the derby, but then when we go to West Ham, we can't even score. Derby days make Beto look like Lukaku. But Beto probably won't be playing now. It'll be our mate Tierno Barry, won't it? Tierno Barry up front. I'm kind of just intrigued to see what Everton end up with across the rest of the pitch, because if your big signing is Tierno Barry and nobody else, I think you bang in trouble, honestly. I think you're bang in trouble. You're going to end up playing Harrison Armstrong probably more in midfield, and I don't think Everton end up doing so well. I don't think you go down, but I think you'll struggle again. Obviously, all that could change. We'll see. We're looking at McGinn and some Don from Palmeiras. Is that Richard Rios? I saw that. There's a few people being linked with him. But yeah, McGinn from Villa. Obviously, he's getting on a little bit, but that's a very David Moyes type of signing, isn't it? Yeah. John McGinn. Honestly, David Moyes just wants players he can count on. He's a very Moyes, very Everton type of signing. Not a massive amount of quality, but he'll run through a brick wall for you. That sort of a player. Sissoko Gabuti, home win. Still saying 0-0. Still 0-0 in this one. It's been a poor pitch. I'll say that. This pitch has been really, really difficult to play on. And, credit to the players for actually trying to get something going, because it's so difficult. The ball bounces funny all over the pitch. Sean, those sorts of players get you out the bottom 5, so I'll take... Yeah, no, that's it. And I still think that's probably the goal for Everton this season. Like, realistically, if you told David Moyes, listen, you'll finish 17th, I think he'd probably take it. And there's not... I still don't think right now the goal for Everton is anything other than secure Premier League safety And maybe in years to come, once you've got some sort of a rhythm at the stadium and, incomes are starting to come in and you've managed to sort the PSR stuff out, maybe then you can start building on and becoming a proper team that moves up the table again. Because Everton's always been that, haven't they, under Moyes previously. But right now, it's probably wise to just kind of focus on survival and just making sure that you get those 40 points or whatever it is that you need to stay up. But I don't think Everton can really look... look, Everton can do what they want. Obviously, the fans have to have hope going into the season, but I think the reality is you're not really going to have an awful lot of money to spend, and as a result, it's going to be difficult to move up the table. If we spend the 100 million we have in the window, well, we can see relegation off without issue. 100 million quid? Do you think you're going to spend 100 million? 100 million quid? I'd be amazed if Everton spent 100 million. Absolutely amazed. You've spent, what, 35 now? Something like that? 35 to 40? I can't see you spending much more, I'd be very, very surprised. Within a couple of years, we can get back to European battles like under Prime Moyes. That's a very ambitious, very, very ambitious approach. When you consider how well-run clubs like Brighton and Brentford are, very, very well run they've been, haven't they? Brighton and Brentford, incredibly well run, on the pitch, off the pitch. Those clubs, they've bought well, they've sold well, right? And Everton have been nowhere near that. Everton have been amongst the worst run teams over the last 10 years. Brentford, Brighton have been run incredibly well during that time, and they aren't in Europe. So I think for you to think you're going to be in Europe inside the next 2 years, I've got to be honest, mate, I can't see it. Can't see it. Reece Tucker, I reckon Everton will be mid-table. Brentford will be relegated this season. I can't see Brentford getting relegated. They've lost Thomas Frank. They're losing Mbermo, possibly. The new owners look a lot better than Mashiri. I know, but Mashiri came in with all these wonderful ideas, didn't he? '18th of June, David Moyes' summer transfer budget of around £70 million. See, that seems a little bit more realistic. Seems a little bit more realistic. I could see you maybe getting a couple more free agents. And look, let's be honest, mate. You've gone and tried to get the likes of Kenny Tete as well. Kenny Tete. That if you're going after players like Kenny Tete free, right? And you're trying to re-sign Garner Gain, you're trying to re-sign Michael Keane, that doesn't suggest you've got £100 million to spend. That doesn't suggest that at all. Sean Dice Tete would be a great signing. He's rejected you. He stayed at Fulham. Yeah, he was very close to signing for Everton, and then Fulham offered him a deal. I think what he did was he used Everton, didn't he? He used Everton to get a better deal out of Fulham. Fulham offered him a contract. He stayed there. Now he's signed for them. So, yeah, you would have got Tete. He would have been your starting right back. But he's free. He was available on free. And the fact that Everton have gone for free signings and low value ones like Ndidi, for example, it suggests you've not got a lot of money. You've re-signed Garner Gay and Coleman and Michael Keane, and these are players who shouldn't really be. And you're looking at getting Jack Harrison back in. These are not players who should be anywhere near Everton if you're trying to get European football. They're nowhere near him. Delap used us to get more money from Chelsea as well. Seems to happen a lot to us. Yeah, I mean Delap would have been a good signing for Everton. Diego Cheek, do you think Saints will win? No, I don't think they will. I think I chose Shkendija or draw before the game. We're in the 90th minute now, and there are going to be 4 added minutes. Oh, I don't know where that's come from. 4 added minutes at the end of this game. So yeah, 4 added minutes. Why is it not showing me why is it not playing the thingy? 4 added minutes left. Clock's going a bit mad at the minute. Bear with. I don't know why it's gone funny all of a sudden. Chance for Shkendija. No, cleared away. Keeper's got hold of it. There you go. Right, we're back on it. Lucas Lambert, what are you watching, Key? I'm watching TNS against Shkendija in the UEFA Champions League first round qualifying first leg. Sean Dyche, it's very hard to get good signings now because the big six and European contenders seem to dive on. We are looking at Douglas Luiz as well, would be a tidy bit of business. Douglas Luiz. I mean, Douglas Luiz is kind of falling apart at Juventus. But yeah, I agree. He wouldn't be a terrible signing for Everton. You definitely need a body in midfield. You need a body in midfield because you're just going to get ran through. You're going to get ran through next season. Tony, appreciate the feedback on my bet. Sweden and Chelsea both up. Whee! Well done, Tony. Well done, mate. Really, really good to hear that. Glad. Keep taking the money, mate. Pedri, will President Infantino attend tomorrow as well? I don't know. I'm not watching it, so I don't care. Okay, Shkendija making another change here. Lorik, Kaba and Jakupi coming on for Shkendija. Cody, what games are you watching tomorrow? I've got 2 games tomorrow. So I've got the Women's Euros, England against Netherlands first. That's at 5 p.m, England against the Netherlands. And then straight after England against the Netherlands, we've got Shelbourne against Linfield. 2 Irish teams. League of Ireland against the NIFL, Northern Irish League. Linfield and Shelbourne, they're playing in the Champions League first round. Qualifying again, same as the new Saints and Shkendija here. So I'm going to be watching that. So we've got 2 games tomorrow, England v Netherlands, and then straight after Shelbourne against Linfield. So they're the 2 games we're watching tomorrow. Pedri love it. It's 2 Europeans. You should love it. You'll fall to bits, won't you, if these go out. If Chelsea go through tonight, you'll literally abandon it, won't you? 1, 2, 4. See that pen overturned. It's always been the... I haven't seen it, mate. No, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. David Miller, 5946. Come on, Linfield. We'll be watching them tomorrow. Salix Dam, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan. But I watch everyone. We watch everyone on this channel. 3-star Reds, Douglas Luiz is another player that Forest are being linked with. There's quite a few clubs being linked. Yeah. Lucas Lambert, why are you not watching Chelsea? Because they're crap. The whole tournament's crap. It's a joke. Honestly, if you're watching the Club World Cup, you want to have a word with yourself. I'll go that far. I honestly have no interest in it. It's been a flop commercially. It's been a disaster in terms of attendance. It's been a disaster in terms of viewing figures on TV. Every time we have shown a Club World Cup game on this channel, it's got 3-4 times less, sometimes 5-6 times less the average number of views that we get on a typical game. So for me, I have absolutely no interest in watching the Club World Cup. And I've never had any interest. It's blown up here. It's 0-0. TNS 0. Shkendija 0. So we will be watching this in the second leg to see. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see whether or not TNS can get the job done in Macedonia. It's been a pretty difficult watch, I've got to be honest. We had two chances that were cleared off the line. Wasn't the best. I would argue one of the challenges was the pitch. It was a plastic pitch. It's an AstroTurf pitch, and yeah, not a particularly good watch. But TNS get a 0-0 to take back to Macedonia. Tony, US men's national team and crew supporter, and I agree with you, taking place on our shores, and we could care less about going. Giving away tickets in Cincinnati, and folks still would rather stay home. Yeah, see, Tony, I heard about this. I heard that what they were doing, they were giving, they were going to colleges and universities in the US, and they were saying, if you buy one ticket, if you buy one, you would get, I think, up to 5 free, 4 to 5 free. So yeah, to me it just makes no sense. Callum put Chelsea on. To be honest, Callum, I'm not going to bother with Chelsea. I'm not going to bother with them. I'll probably put them on downstairs, but I'm not watching it on here. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch it and yeah, chill out because I'm not feeling so hot. Club World Cup for me it's not been particularly interesting, and it's not exactly been a roaring success on the channel either. So whenever we've shown the games, the audience, you guys are telling me. You're telling me that you would rather watch other things because you're not coming back for the Club World Cup games. So I've got to listen to that. Tony, maybe it'll be like Portugal v Italy yesterday, become a wild game in the second half. Yeah, it was. It was really strange, wasn't it? Tony, yes sir, saw it happen in Ohio State Columbus campus. Cool. Nice. I like Ohio's cool. I've got a friend who's around that way. Okay, right, well, listen, massively appreciate everyone that's been in the live, that's liked, that's commented, that's subscribed, that's done all the cool stuff. I massively appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go and give us a like and a subscribe. It massively helps the channel. If you're watching on TikTok, get over to YouTube. Get over to X as well. Get over to X. I have got, it's so frustrating, because I have literally got 3,000 plus people on TikTok, 5,000, nearly 5,500 on YouTube, and I've got like 150 people following me on X. Get up to X and follow Premier League Dad. Go and follow me. I'm tweeting every single day and nobody seems to be responding. I'm lonely on X. Come and check it out. But listen, I'll see you all tomorrow. I've got 2 big games tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be a bit better then. And I will see you all... What time? 4 o'clock tomorrow. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. tomorrow for England against the Netherlands at the Club World Cup. Night, Key. Take care. You too, Luke. Take it easy, mate. Lots of love and have a nice night, whatever you do.